इतना सा फर्क है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया, 20 years of ideas.
Good afternoon, everyone. The entire team of Franchise India welcomes you to Business Opportunity with Chai webinar series. This is a digital representation about the franchise options which we are presenting you today. Franchise India is a business consulting firm which is helping all international and national brands to expand their franchise business with our 70 plus offices. And we truly claim that no one sells more business than us because we have helped thousands of investors in getting the business solutions from our side. And we are among the top 10 management consulting companies in India. We welcome management team of Franchise India, Gaurav sir and Sonya ma'am. This particular webinar is hosted by both of them. And it is our chance to get their views, suggestions about the industry as well as about the brand. The brand which we are presenting you today is a retail opportunity. Uni Rocks is the brand we are presenting you today. It's the brand for super bikes. It's a premium bicycle retail concept which was established by Subir Ghosh and his father. Subir Ghosh is a director in this group. The brand is a manufacturing and exporters of bicycle and electric vehicle, and they have a vast product range. They have 60 plus multi-brand dealers across India. Thank you so much, Mr. Ghosh, for sparing time today to talk about this great business opportunity with each and everyone who has joined us digitally over this webinar. Over to you, sir.
Thank you too. I'm very happy to be here among all of you. Shall I share my screen now?
Yes, sir, you can. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes. As you all know, Unirox is part of the United Group. United Group is a group founded by my father about in 1964. We are in trading of bicycles, and later on, around 12 years back, we started our first manufacturing plant in Falta Special Economic Zone, which is near the Kolkata port. The factory was primarily made for export to the European Union.
Sir, I'll just bother you here. Can we just go full screen?
Shall I stop sharing the screen?
No, sir. There is a full screen bar. You have to click on it. Right hand side at the end.
Now it is a small screen. It has become just one.
You can go at the bottom of this presentation. On extreme right, you can see three tabs there. So you need to click on the last tab.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
This is a slideshow tab. Yes, I think this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes. As you can see, we were started manufacturing bicycles around um, 12 years back in our Falta Special Economic Zone factory, and it was primarily for export to the European Union, and we are exporting to the advanced countries like Poland, Germany, Finland, Sweden, Slovenia, Croatia, Romania, and all over the Europe. Europe is the world's largest bicycle market and one of the most advanced bicycle markets. So we are making very high quality bicycle with imported components. Components are imported from Japan, Taiwan, China, Malaysia, Singapore, and also some Indian components. We were making the bicycle as per the customers' demand in Europe, as per their specification. So we are one of the first company in India to be able to penetrate the European market, both in our brand and also do make brand for big manufacturers of Europe in there. That is called OEM supply. After that, around 8 years back, we started to selling gradually the bikes in India. The bikes, same bike that we are exporting to Europe, we have started selling in India also. But then at that time we found our bikes are a little bit very high end, very a little bit too much quality standard is as per European standard, so a little bit expensive. So we have started now we have started making bikes according to the price range and the quality demands of Indians also. So now parallelly we have one European collection, which is as the same bike we are selling in Europe, and another our regular bikes that we are selling in India. So what we are selling in India is both the very high quality European standard bikes and also the medium priced bikes in the same Uni Rocks level for the customers. Even we have started a economy brand, sub brand that is called Avantio. Why I'm telling this, the franchise will also have the premium brand Unirox and also have the Avantio in its portfolio. The Avantio is more to the mass market, mass premium. I will say not mass premium market. And Unirox is a really very high class brand, one of the best quality brand in India. The next thing is, apart from this bicycle, we have already started making and exporting e-bikes for the European market. The same way with the bicycle, we have started with the high-end e-bikes, which are suitable for the European market. We are already exporting it. But we have planned to introduce mid-end, much better priced e-bikes in around June, July in India. So from June, July, we will be also having our retailers and our dealers will also having e-bikes along with the bicycles. E-bike, what is e-bike? E-bike is basically battery powered bicycles. It has a motor. The motor is either in the hub or in the center position, and it is powered by lithium-ion battery. Lithium-ion battery is the same battery that is used in laptop and mobile phones. Just one question, can everybody hear me clearly? Hello?
So we can hear you clearly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the next thing is with the slide you can see it is the history is given that is founded by my father in 1964, which I already mentioned. We're now manufacturing, exporting e-bicycle and e-bikes, also producing custom specification OEM supply to, but that's the same things we have just mentioned you. Unirox is the first brand of bicycle to bring global superbike features to India at affordable rates. It's true. We are, because we have started our business from exporting to Europe, then came into India. So we are one of the first brand to bring in the world-class bicycle to India. And also we have various projects like when Indian, like Delhi police, and in the past the Kashmir government also wanted some high quality bikes. They have ordered us. We have given with their logo and everything. There is a mention as well, part of the government projects. Now our product portfolio. The product portfolio comes, the main thing is MTB, hardtails, which is called mountain bikes. That is the most popular segment. Mountain bikes are rugged bikes with little bit fat tires. These are called mountain bike because this is for mountaineering, going for the expeditions and going for rough terrains. But people also most of the time ride it in the city just for fun and joy. So mountain bike is the most, which is properly called MTB, mountain bike. So MTB is the most popular segment in today's bicycle, especially among young and kids and everyone. So this is, we have, here it is, it was 14, I think now it's even more than 14. I think 14 models with 2-3 variants and size. So maybe in total SKUs are around 25 in this MTB hardtails. Then the next important segment is hybrid and city. The city bikes, what the difference between MTB and hybrid is, hybrid has a little bit narrow, thin tire. So when you have thinner tire, slim tire, the most better thing for riding is the comfort, because it becomes, the road resistance become less. You can ride very smoothly. So it is very popular in Europe for the urban commuting. In India also coming up, the cities like Bangalore and Pune, the hybrids, like Ahmedabad, people are now gradually shifting from MTB to hybrid. When people choose shift from mountain bike to hybrid, it means the market is maturing. They can now understand the more finesse of bicycling. They also understand the bicycle more, and it's a good thing that the market of hybrid is growing. So hybrid will be an important part of our portfolio, and we are at the moment around 9 hybrid models with different colors and more variants, including maybe with all variants. SKUs will be around say 40. So hybrid and city is basically same combination. Hybrid is called, it's a combination of hybrid of mountain and so road bikes. Road bikes are very sport bikes, like racing bikes, which people has to bend over to ride. Road bikes at the moment we do not have. Maybe in the future we can introduce some road bikes. Road bikes are mostly for professionals, not for normal people. So the mountain bikes and the hybrids are two main segment. Then comes segment is fat and plus. These are very wide tires, very fat tires, and these are originally meant for snow and ice, but people go for it looks. It's very macho and very you could have a road presence, everybody look at you, so people also ride it in the city. It is very much popular with the younger, and also the girls, sometimes the models and the actresses, they ride this because this burns more calorie, because it is very fat. When you're riding, you are sweating, so it burns quickly. Suppose riding 30 minutes of fat bike burns double calorie than a normal bike. So fat bikes are also popular in this segment. And now comes another is junior bikes. Junior bikes are basically mountain bikes with smaller size for the teens, late mid-teens to early teens to mid-teens. And then the segment is lady. Lady bike is a different type of girls and ladies bikes. But one thing you have to keep in mind, in the total today's urban scenario, lots and lots of young women are riding men's bike, the normal unisex bike, the hybrid, the mountain bikes. So they are also, so girls are not confined to ladies. So, but we have 5 varieties of ladies bikes. But I must share with you that more and more girls, previously in earlier days, the bent frame of bicycle was very much needed, because people, ladies who used to wear saris and long skirts to wear the bikes. Now most of the girls ride a bike with a jeans or a hot pants, so it doesn't matter which a lady bike or a gents bike. So this segment is gradually getting in fusion bike, like the more unisex bikes are coming in this section. So this lady bike, I would more rather say it's a unisex bike. Then there is the kids section. We have also variety of kids bikes for both girls and boys. Kids section is normal kids bikes, cheaper bikes. Our bikes are different. These are very good quality European quality bikes. So persons, when parents come and see our bikes, they can see the quality difference, and so they go for our bikes. And also there comes the e-bikes. E-bikes, we have the models already that are selling in Europe. And for the India specific models, new models will be coming up around May, June. So now here are our USPs. Yes, these are world-class bicycles. Indeed, because it is developed in Germany, for our German buyers, we have started our main business. I told you, it is developed in the it's a Coratec Design Center in Munich. All the bicycles are developed there. Then with their quality and their specification, we build the bikes. That's the way we started business, making bicycle for the European market. Our expansive reach, we export our bikes to both European and Asian countries, thereby cementing our extensive market research. We have even exclusive retail stores, even in, say, Helsinki, in London, in places like Amsterdam. So very few Indian brand can say that. Our products are legacy of decades. We are in the business for 40, more than around the 60 years, 55 years. So we have a legacy of our company. Government approved. We are an export house. Now star rated. We are star category export house from approved by the government of India. These are the past media presence. This person in the white shirt and the beard is the mayor of Kolkata, Chowdhry Ghosh. He was deputy mayor at that time. He was launching our catalog of last year in the press club, and so he's launching of the catalog. And also we are in different media. Our praises comes up about our things, and also recently I personally have received the CWBT Trade Excellence Award as the MD of United Cycle Company in Unirox Group. So that is also extensively covered in. At the present dealership, I think you can see in every Indian city, in A class and B class city, we have dealers, and so I think just a moment, there's a phone call. In every capital, state capital, and even all major city, we have dealers, and we want to have an exclusive store, franchise store in each and every state capital, and also A and B category cities of India. And we have a policy about dealership and everything. When there is an exclusive store, we usually do not have, never have a second dealer in 3 to 5 kilometers radius of that store. Never we have a store near one store to another. Even if we follow this for, the multi-brand stores. Suppose if there is a franchise come up, there will not be any multi-brand store or be any other franchise or be anything in a kilometer area. Usually, we tends to give exclusive areas for each dealers. And the next store. This is one of our exclusive stores. To give an idea, see, this is an exclusive store in Kolkata. This is the frontage, and this is the inside of the store. This is very premium place in Kolkata, so size is not very big. It's around 200 square feet, the store. There is another 200 square feet of their warehouse and service area that is side by. This is you can get this is the opening day. So a lot of people has come for the opening day. We usually have a little bit of press meet type of thing through the PR for that day. So, and also we promote through the Facebook and Instagram and everything for the opening of the store from company side. And there are now details given in the bicycle industry and bicycle retail industry. India is the world's one of the largest bicycle market. And the share of low-cost riders are more, and children bicycles are more. But mid to high-end segment that is growing. That is the main growing. That you can see the low-end roadster are very big share, but that is a shrinking sector. Because most of the state governments give those bicycles free and all those things, and those are mostly made in Ludhiana, the low end bikes. But the mid to high end, which have mostly are imported, made with imported components or imported directly, are the segment we are focusing on. That's the price segment, say retail price from 10,000 to 50,000. That's the mid to high end, and that is the most growing and exciting segment because the urban young generation is buying from there, and that is the segment we are really. Here are the segment of, you can go through. See, roadster, low value, there is the share of 48%, kids bicycle 22%, export of bicycles 5%, and the high end is 25%. This is the high end 25% that we are in, and this is the growing segment. It was 5%, I think, few years back. Now it is 25%. We think it will go up to 40% in coming 2-3 years. So there is a huge opportunity in this for everyone. These are the main domestic players and imported bikes, our main competitors. Those are given here. One thing I can say that the Firefox is basically the high-end brand of Hero Cycles. Hero Cycles owns Firefox, so the Hero brand name used for the low-end bikes. Firefox is the high-end brand. Same with TI Cycles, also have that their high-end brand of. They also make some high-end bikes with some different.
Vijay, we can't hear you. You need to come a little closer to the mic.
So I will tell you a little more louder. So the Firefox is basically the high-end brand of Hero Cycles, and so they are basically same. And most of the brand here mentioned are the imported brands that are imported from time to time. Like brands like Trek, Giant, Bianchi, they are very big, but they're very small amount of market share because the prices are very high. They are the above 60,000 to 2 lakh segment. That's a very high end. So the most popular exciting segment that we are in is 10,000 to 50,000. That is the growing mid to high end segment. This is the basic bicycles, a segment of interest where your bicycle price is always controversial. Yes. Next, we are, if the segment is 8 to 15,000, we are there. Next is 15 to 25,000. That is also we are there, and also 25 to 50,000. That is also we are there. So we are in all this market share market segments. We are here from 8,000 to up to 50,000. That is our price range. Not 50,000. Basically, at the moment, I think we are ending at the cap around 43,000. So 8 to 40,000. That is the main. And the highest selling segment is, I think, is 15,000 to 30,000. That is the highest selling segment. There is a geared bikes, affordable and also good quality. The 15,000 to 30,000 is the best. At the moment, globally, there is a huge shortage of supply of bicycle components. But even then, due to we have an also export unit and also export supplies, so we can somehow managing supply with Shimano components and high quality, good quality bikes. We are one of the very few bicycle players at the moment in the market who are able to supply bicycles with the Japanese Shimano brand gears, because that is a very huge shortage after the pandemic globally. But we have been able to supply our dealers because of our long-term commitment with Shimano for the European supplies. So somehow from that, we are managing to supply the Indian market also. So we can say we are one of the coveted brand among the dealers in India. The trend, yes, that's now the trend. You know, the trend of bicycle is one thing I must mention. Cycling was very much in trend, very much popular in Europe all the time. Europeans were cycling, but Indians and Americans and Asians, only the kids used to cycle or the poor used to cycle. But the post-pandemic, the global boom has come up in India, in the US, and everywhere. People are cycling like never before. The one reason is health. Number two, people now prefer to cycling than going to gym. If you cycle to office, that means you do not have to go to gym and do not have to go for any other exercise. And also your commutes become free at a high petrol price. So it is a win-win feature, win-win feature for all. One person using bicycle to going to school or a college or an office is doing his regular exercise in that way, saving money from petrol and fuel, and it is that's the reason people are liking it. And all over the India, all the major cities are coming with cycling tracks, including Kolkata, Bhubaneswar, Pune, Bangalore. All our government are dedicated. They are planning to have bicycle tracks. What is bicycle lanes? Bicycle lanes is separate lanes in the road or dedicated to the bicycle. So cyclists will be safe there. They will be not run over by the cars. They will not hit by the cars. So this cycling lane, this infrastructure will help in a big way in coming days for the growth of bicycles, bicycle industry and bicycle sale. As you know, all for the high-end bikes and mid to high-end bikes, all the A cities and big cities like Delhi, NCR, Mumbai, Bangalore, Chennai, Kolkata, Pune, Hyderabad, also Kochi, Trivandrum, these contributes a large portion of the sale. But tier 2 and tier 3 cities, people are now having also aspirations, same aspirations as the bigger cities. It is no more that a person from Kanpur or a Ludhiana or say Indore or say Nagpur, he or she regularly goes to internet, see how the world is changing. So they also have the aspiration what the people in the bigger cities doing, what the people world over are doing. So in those cases, a new thing is coming up. That's people are buying high-end bikes, good quality bikes. People are cycling. Cycling is now part of getting culture in the B cities also, C cities also. It is a new thing. It wasn't only in the A cities. Now it has come down, trickled down to B and C cities, especially after post-pandemic. And Indian government, with the cycle that I mentioned just before, with the cycling infrastructure, Indian government is making, especially in the smart cities, are very commendable. It will help in India in future in both the way of environmental pollution and also the health, fitness and health of the people. In this two sector, cycling contributes tremendously. Health of people and environment. No other vehicle, no other business comes as green as a cycle. These are the competition. Franchise stores, Firefox, the oldest one for many days are here. Like us, Firefox has a vast range from say very low 8,000 to up to 45,000. So you can say Firefox is the main competitor and also have the range like us. Roadmaster Cycle is a very new entrant. They are opening up stores, but their range is more in the below segment. That is from 8,000 to 20,000. Above 20,000, their presence is very limited. They have very few models. Bike Studio do not have too many stores. They have few stores. They also have some model issue, supply issue. So I think our target will be within 1 year, we should be number 2 after Firefox in the segment. And Roadmaster will be there, but their product range is not, because they do not have, actually Hero being a big group, they have the R&D and the connection in foreign countries. They have made the Firefox a very wide range of brand. But this Roadmaster and where we excel from them, that we have the European connection. So we can very good at the high end and the mid to high end. And so they are more concentrating on the general segment. So we have the general segment, also the high end. So like Firefox, we have a very wide range. Most of the retail stores currently focus more on quick sales by discounting rather than providing great purchase ownership experience. Yes, but the discounting is coming down after pandemic because sales are good. But this purchasing and ownership experience is very much lacking in normal bicycle stores. That is where these exclusive stores comes in. People comes in, they have good air conditioned environment. The, the person who comes to greet them is an educated person, talks to him nicely, and also he has the confidence when the next time there is a trouble comes in the cycle or he has to have some service, he will come to the same store for the service. Suppose if you buy a new car in today's modern world, you never goes to a roadside mechanic. Previously पुराना गाड़ी चलाते थे रोड साइड मैकेनिक से सारा ठीक करते थे, अभी नहीं. People buy from the dealership and go to the dealer's authorized service station only. The same way, when people will be buying a high-end bike from you, they will come definitely for service to you only. So service is a very important part of revenue earning for the dealers, for the exclusive stores. This is about the Firefox. I told you that they are market leaders in premium brands and they have a good amount of quantity of bikes, and space required is 500 square feet. Investment requirement, I think investment requirements, space requirements are usually more than us in both way. Bike studio, yes, is one of our another. They do not have much franchise, but they have started. Investment requirement is still high, as can I see. Roadmaster is coming up. They're coming up with new stores. Let's see how they, because their product portfolio is ours better in any day. This is the industry size and prospects. India being the third largest consumer of bicycles in the world also show tremendous growth in the bicycle, in the e-bike market, which is estimated to reach market value of 13.43 billion by 2024, growing in a compounded annual growth of 40 to 43%. I think no other industry, no other trade has a growth rate like bicycle today. It's a tremendous growth in the high-end and mid to high-end urban bicycle. And also with the 20 million units per year, bicycle industry make a large contribution to the retail market, annual turnover of 15 to 12 to 15,000 crore, which includes spare and accessory sales as well. Consumer pattern and key focus. Indian bicycle retail is a B2B driven and most consumer buying from local retailers. Increasing consumer awareness is the fast growing evolving market, opens a lot of scope. And you know, we are also thinking about a new thing because selling cycles over e-commerce platforms is bad in two ways, because it hurts the dealer, and number two, it also hurts the consumer. How it, because consumer needs service. It is not a shirt or a book that he buys from Amazon and then he forgets. But bicycle needs service. So if you buy from e-commerce and it doesn't get the service, it's always a problem. So what we are thinking about an omni channel, where even in future, when we will be selling the bicycles in the e-commerce, our own e-commerce platform, the delivery will be done by the local bicycle dealer. The pin code would be allocated to each franchise store. That pin code, any e-commerce sale is done, he will deliver to he or she, the consumer, and also that franchise will service to that dealer, not that customer. So that customer will also getting service from that franchise. In this way, the e-commerce and the franchise store, we can combine them together. That's why it is a multi-channel, and you can say it's a new form of e-commerce, you can say. There's a 4A step strategy: accessible, neighborhood retail store concept, yes, acceptable modern retail store format with a good display, available optimum portfolio mix, online stock availability, distributor to customer requirement, high-end bikes to be sold directly from distributor with billing through franchise, affordable product mix across price point catering up to large consumer group. Yes, we have. One thing is, there's no distributor as such. The franchise and the company manufacturer will directly supply to the franchise through couriers. We have contract with couriers. They will directly pick up the goods from our warehouse, factory warehouse, and deliver to the franchise or the retail store. So there is no middleman. directly the company and the retail store. So all the margins we are actually getting to the only the retailer is getting. Now the franchise development is the Uni Rocks is directly selling to the franchises and the dealers. There's no other distributor at the over. These parameters are here. Ownership, investment. Ownership is done by the franchise. The franchise store is owned by the franchise. Investment that is becoming later. What type of investments is there? Operations are by franchise. Brand guidelines. That actually we will be giving them the brand guidelines. We will be teaching them. Revenue to the franchise will be coming by selling the bicycles. The expenses is also the franchise account. Franchise gets the gross margin net profit, and company get the franchise fee and mainly the margin in supplies. Setting up of an exclusive brand outlet. That's the franchise too. Setting up of an ABO, maintain stock inventory, local store marketing, tie up with sports club association, tie up with school for event sponsorship, team development, store managers, sales executive, sales. These type of event sponsorship and time to time this different tying up with sports club and associations are very much needed. We will like our franchise to be do this regularly, and the company also get associated with these things and help it done. And sometimes we also share the cost and also other logistics and everything. We guide them. Also, we in social media and advertising, we spread the message that you are doing these things. This is the investment idea. Typical store size is 400 square feet, including everything, service area. Interior fit out is around 3.75 lakhs. Equipments are 1.85 lakhs. Initial stock is around 8 lakhs. Then it will be replenished as sales going on. Franchise fee is 2 lakhs. Pre-opening expenses 1.5 lakhs. Total approx INR 17 lakhs. Revenue projection is 400 units per annum, is 72 lakhs. Accessories, total revenue in the very first year is given at 75 lakhs. Being the gross margin, total income, even in the first year itself, you can see, even in the first year itself, in a normal year, you will be able to almost recover in 99.9% case. Even the first year of operation, you will be able to recover your capital invested. I think very, very few business in the entire history of the world, in the first year of operation, a person can be able to recover his entire investment. So yes, even if you have some low sales, even in that case, you will be able to, because even if 25% less, 30% less sales, you will be able to recover your entire investment. That is a big thing. Net margins are very good. Gross margins we give, so approximately 10 lakh rupees per annum, even in the beginnings. So in case of the gross margin, we are even if you go for the net margins, even in that case, in before 2 years, you will get back the entire everything. Because in that 17 lakhs, basically 8 lakhs was in stock, is a rolling stock. So only 11 lakh is your investment. So that investment will be covered in the first year itself from your net margin. Existing bicycle store 100% conversion, franchisee, unbranded, franchisee with other brands. Bike store, auto dealership, non-competing category, electric bikes. Exciting new opportunities. Strong case to be multi-unit partner. Yes. Yes, this is true. We have the MBOs in place. It's time to roll in the EBOs. MBO means the multi-brand outlets, and the EBO is the exclusive franchise. So it's the time we should have in each and every city. These are the cities mentioned. We are looking for EBOs, and we like to have a EBO in each of Initially, we will not go for a second EBO in smaller cities. For the bigger cities, maybe in 5 kilometers to 10 kilometers distance, we can have a second EBO. Yes, this is the way we will help them training and about the bicycle, about the brand, and we have a large amount of bicycle product portfolio. The high credit, this is the credit which is for the high-end bikes. It is through the banking channel and the Bajaj Finance. They do high-end credits, and also we have partnership with some Bajaj, apart from Bajaj Finance, and also another one more company. We have tie-ups. We get introduced to the franchise the same way, so they can give credit to the finance company. So basically, the franchise is not giving credit to the customer. It is like getting a finance on bicycle, motorcycle. Same way it is finance through Bajaj Finance. And also we have an insurance tie-up with a company called Zoper. So all bikes can be insured, not compulsory. It is an option for the customer. They can get the insurance on the bikes for any customer, any damage or anything. Suppose it's for theft, for damage, everything. The insurance is covered. And the best thing is the dealer get a commission on every insurance sold. So that is also an earning point for the dealer. Every segment of citizen is now our dealer. So not dealer, I mean customer, because say from very young kid will come to your store for the kids bike, then the young generations, the teenagers, then will come the office goers, and you will find more and more senior citizens are cycling nowadays, and they are also your customer. So you can retain a customer from when he comes at your store at the age of say 4 years to up to the age, maybe he becomes senior citizen. He will be loyal customer. He will be changing his bicycle time to time from your store. I think I'm finished, or shall we say something more?
So thank you so much, Subhishi. And I would say this was a very, very comprehensive presentation, from doing a competitive analysis and also making understanding entire business economics. I feel that was very, very educational for everybody. And all of you friends who have joined, I would like to make a mention, especially if you joined late. United Group is a very prominent and a very respected group of India, and which also has a Government of India Star Category Export House certification. And this company is also a leading global brand, I would say, in a true sense, because they are exporting to many countries, especially European market. And they also have full-fledged operations in London, which is UK. And they also happen to be, rather, their factory is the first bicycle factory in any SEZ zone of India, which has integrated facilities and modern automated assembly line. And since they have their own manufacturing, they also have advantage because they're able to offer better margins for franchisees and eventually better margins for the end consumer. Now, maybe quickly covering up on the business model, they are doing only one format. It is a retail format, which is EBO. Somebody had asked what an EBO is. EBO is an exclusive brand outlet which would retail exclusive products from the company, and all supplies are made from the company. So it is a small format of 400 square feet of space, which requires an inventory of 8 lakhs of inventory, and the overall investment, including other cost in equipment, interiors, would come up to 17 odd lakhs. So Bichi, before I take questions from the audience, I will also request friends, if you have any questions, you can please put your questions in the Q&A box, and we'll start taking it up from Mr. Ghosh. And we try and answer as many questions as we are able to. And Subhichi, first and foremost, while we did talk about the overall investment, which is 17 lakhs, where I think 2 lakhs is franchise fees, we have 2 lakhs approximately on the equipment, 8 lakhs is the inventory breakup, which we had seen, and some other investment on the basic interiors and pre-launch, pre-opening expenses, which comes to about 17 odd lakhs. I would like to maybe, first and foremost, like little bit understanding on the operating expenses also. So typically an outlet of 400 square feet, what kind of a throughput or sales are we expecting, one? And what are the basic expenses for a store, which means what kind of manpower is required? Typically, what number of cycles or units is one able to sell in a month? uh, while you did show, I think I did make a note of the 400 cycles you mentioned can be sold annually. This is your own experience based on the demand that you currently see, which becomes on an average about 30 to 33 odd cycles, which ideally should be sold in a month. So if you can maybe help us in understanding, what is the average expense, so what kind of a revenue can an outlet make, and little bit on, every aspect, including what rentals ideally the outlet should have, how much manpower is required to be deployed at the outlet. I think that should be very helpful.
Shall I start?
Yes, please.
See, this is one of the best thing for any prospective investor going for a bicycle shop is, number one, it is not perishable product. Like a food restaurant or food chain, if your thing is not sold today, tomorrow it will not go, you have to throw it out. It is not perishable product. So all your stock is not perishable. Number one, you are safe. Number two, it is not very much human power incentive, intensive, not incentive, intensive, because it is not a food chain or a restaurant where too many people are needed. The manpower needed is only two. One is the store manager come salesperson who goes and talks, who should be an educated young man, woman, or a girl or a boy, who often in most of the cases is part of the family of the owner. So we always prefer that person to be part of the family of the owner. So that is the one person who will be basically the sales executive come manager come cashier of the store. Number two, the one trained mechanic, that is most important. That you have to have a local person, the trained mechanic. When your sale grows up, you can go for the second helper for the mechanic. But in the first, one mechanic and one store manager is enough. Basically, I will say anybody from the owner and one mechanic. So outside of the one ownership family, only one employed person is required. So this is also one uniqueness of this business. Very, very few manpower is required. And that mechanic is basically also earning. He will be earning for you, not only from your cycle. That mechanic will service the bicycle and he will earn more than his salary. So that mechanic itself will be self-employed in a way. That mechanic also probably you will need a second mechanic, because that will be your service, will be your actually a separate earning point. Because it becomes, when you become big, basically your service station also becomes big. Same like a motor car dealership. So service is a good point of getting revenues. So only 2% is needed. And apart from this, operating expenditure is normal electrical expenditure, like the AC will be going, lights will be going. And number three, there will be laptop should be there, because you should be making bills, invoice with the printer, because we all bicycles has to be sold with a GST invoice. We will be giving you GST invoice, you will be selling with GST invoice. We never sell one piece bicycle without GST invoice. And if you sell, you will be totally responsible to the government. We never ask you to sell any bicycle without a GST invoice. So you'll need a computer and a printer to make out the bill. And apart from that, expenses is rent. The big expense, that is the main thing, the monthly expense is rent. If you own the premises, then forget everything. That doesn't matter. But if you do not own the premise, if you go for the rent, and rent I cannot say, it varies from state to state. It can be as low as 10,000 or 5,000 in a small city, and as big as 1 lakh rupees in a big cities like Mumbai. So in average, we can say 30 to 60,000 is the median. We can say up to 50,000 we have seen in good A cities is median. In the C cities, it is 25,000, B cities 30,000. This is the way we can say. But rent, even in A cities, it varies from cities like Calcutta and Mumbai has different rent. So rent is the one component that will be different for different franchise. And in other ways, in the same way, the bigger rent in the bigger cities will have more sale. For the small rent, smaller cities will have less sale. So that will compensate in that way. So these are the main things that will be required. Only 2% is required. That much of only no fixed expenses other than the electricity and rent. And these are the things. I think I'm clear. Any other question I'm ready to take.
Sure, sure. So what I'll just reiterate. So the rent component would be anything between 80 rupees per square feet to about 125 rupees per square feet, depending on the tier of the city. Maybe the big tier like Delhi, Bombay, the rentals are higher. So you can assume 125 rupees on an average to be the rental. Ideally, your rental should not exceed beyond this. And Subichi, what should be the ideal salaries of the staff at the outlet?
Salary of the staff of the outlet, the mechanic should be around 8,000 in smaller cities, around 12,000 in bigger cities. The mechanic, and it can be as high as 15,000 in Bangalore and Mumbai.
Okay.
For the mechanic. And for the store manager, it often in the most of the cases I prefer it to the part of the family. And if it is not part of the family, he should be around 10,000 rupees. He or she should be 10,000.
And Subichi, what is the typical throughput of an outlet? We talked about a stock of 8 lakhs. Now this 8 lakh stock could be given.
The margin that the projection you have made is 400 cycle, basically one cycle per day, almost one cycle per day. So there's no bicycle shop in India which sells one cycle per day. So often it's more than that. So we are taking the lowest bare minimum. So if you go for say average, say 20,000 rupees of bicycle price, 15 to 20,000 rupees. So 8 lakh will cover his quite a good. Actually, he should have the entire range, and that we'll be selling the bicycles through. After 1 or 2 months, the franchise will be able to understand how much stock he should has in his warehouse, because it takes around 7 to 10 days for the goods from factory to his warehouse. So he or she should not miss the sales, because he should have enough stocks. I think this 8 lakh rupees, if we invested and go on replenishing the stock, will be enough, except for big cities where sales can be more. If sales can be more, you will be earning more, you will be happy to be invest more. That is a simple thing.
Right. So, what is the typical units in this 8 lakh rupees? And this 8 lakh would mean the franchisee would have a stock at an MRP value of about 11 odd lakhs, right? Considering the 30%.
Well, actually, we will be billing them on BDP. That is so it will be, suppose 20,000 bicycle, 20,000 rupees MRP bicycle has a BDP of less 40,000, 4,000 is around 16,000 BDP. So he will be buying at BDP. So he will be not buying at MRP. So right. 8 lakh rupees of bicycle means almost 12,000 rupees. 8 lakh rupees means 12 lakh rupees of sales he can make from that.
Okay. And how many units are given under 8 lakh stock? Typically 8 lakh inventory would carry how many units of cycles?
Just hold on. Yes, I'm calculating for you. Suppose 8 lakh divided by say 15,000, around 50 bikes, 40 to 50. 40 to 50. In bigger cities it will be 40, and in the smaller cities it will be 50. You say me why? Bigger cities we tend to give more high-end bikes, smaller cities we tend to give more mid-end bikes.
See, I will also like to take some questions from the audience also. Now I have a question from one of our viewers. Can the franchisee wait, let me take it up. So we have I think Nitinji would want to see maybe the slide where we have put the financials. If that can be put and we can quickly take them through. I think the slide which has the investment and also the margins, maybe we can take 2 minutes to quickly run that through for him, because I do see some others also asking on that. So this, I think that is the second last slide on the presentation. It should be towards the end.
Is this one? I think this one.
So I think this is no further. Yeah, this is the one. So maybe I'll quickly, while Subirji has taken us through that. So this entire investment is 17 lakhs with an area of 400 square feet, which is needed. And you can see on the left hand side the breakup of the entire investment of 17 lakhs, which includes 2 lakh franchise fees, 8 lakhs of stock, which is given to you on the margins, and the equipment of 1.8 lakhs, which typically would include your computers, systems which are required at the outlet, and 3.5 lakhs, 75,000 is your cost of fit outs, where the company would give you the specifications and you can get that executed at the local level. On the right hand side, they have projected on the average revenue which an outlet can make. And there are three levels of revenue which any retail outlet, especially exclusive brand outlet, can make. One is on the sale of bicycles, and they have taken an average of one cycle sale, per month, and 400 would come to about 300 cycle sales every month. And this is based on the national average of all the exclusive outlets, which, or maybe even the MBOs or dealers which are doing, they're selling more than one cycle. No store in India which is doing operating is selling less than one cycle per day. So this is based on that projection. On the conservative side, 400 units in 1 year, which will bring you 72 lakhs average revenue, where the average price of the cycle is taken at 18,000 rupees. You will have some on the higher and some would also be on the lower side, but 18,000 would be the average price of the cycle. Your second revenue stream would be accessories, and accessories is a very big business in India. Anyone who's buying these cycles takes at least, while they have taken an average of 500 rupees as accessories, but typically with people in India, they spend anything from 2,000 rupees to even 5,000 rupees only on putting accessories on their cycle. So they've again taken that conservative of 500 with 400 units. Everyone would buy accessories along. And third is the servicing, and servicing typically would start maybe from second, third month. Subirji, what is the, because we have taken 300 units every month. So typically,
No, I think, Sonia, we also do not deny our, even if other brand customers also come up for the service, he can do it against money, but he should give preference to Uni Rocks brand for the service.
Okay. So what Mr. Ghosh is saying, that any exclusive outlet can take orders of any cycle which are coming to them, but obviously for anyone who is doing the brand specific cycles is what we are covering. And Subirji, one question which
I'm talking about the service. I'm talking about the service.
Right, absolutely. Now, retaining our discussion and staying on the service side, typically how long will it take? When we talk about our own brand and servicing, I'm sure the new cycles do not come for servicing very soon. So from which month onwards do you see this servicing revenue coming in the system?
The service revenue comes even after, say, 2 months. Because people, we will go for a free service in the third month, and then there will be another free service in the 8th month. After that, everything is paid service. Even in the free service, there are consumables. Suppose some oil is used, something is used, the dealer can charge that for them. And often when the dealers come up, same with your car service, he often buys something, a keychain, something, a hand gloves, sometimes a helmet, sometimes a belts. Right. So it starts earning you service. And also people of when the cycle shop come up, people from other brand come even for the first week to say, will you do service for my bike? Because roadside mechanics are not, can't do service properly for the geared bikes. For the geared bikes, they tend to come to a good shop where they can feel safe. The bicycle will be safe. It will not be damaged. It will be.
Okay, so just going back, so friends, your overall revenue will come from cycle sales, second accessories, and third is servicing of the cycles. And below are the gross margins, and these are cycle is about 30% margin that you would get. Accessory is a very high margin business, 60% of margins and accessories, and servicing again is the highest margin business. And accessories and service would actually contribute to your bottom line, and that's where your I would say profitability would come in. And at the bottom, you see the ROI, which is being projected at about 12 to 14% on the sales, and which will take care of all the expenses, including your rental, which we are assuming at 80 to 125 rupees per square feet, to manpower, including the technician at initial stage, which is required, and a payback period of anything between, say, 1 to about 1.5 odd years is what is being projected. So friends, I hope this is clear. And Subhiji, if I will take some questions also on the stock. So we have talked about an inventory of 8 lakhs. What happens to the stock which remains unsold? You know, if there's a dead inventory which is not being sold, so is there some stock correction? Can that be returned?
Yes. Sometimes if some cities we see some model is not selling, we can shift that stock to any other city. We can do it. Our the courier, they will arrange that. They will pick up from there and ship it.
Right. And Subhiji, I'll take one question from Mr. Prabhakar. He wants to know that this is Prabhakar, wish to know the warranty clause applicable to bicycles and theft proof features incorporated into the bicycle.
So for the theft and also the damage, there is a separate insurance policy available, but that is not compulsory. That is not inbuilt. It is like, and also from the government part, like a motor car, it is not compulsory. It is optional. There is an optional of taking the bicycle. We have tie up with the insurance company. That insurance company will also pay commission to the dealer for every insurance sold. So that is an option. And for the warranty, we give 1 year warranty on the bicycle for all manufacturing defect except on rubber parts like tire tubes, and 7 years warranty, which we call lifetime warranty, on the frame.
Okay, all right, helpful. And we have Mr. Vineet Agarwal. He wants to know how are the purchase terms of the stock? Is there a credit period given to the franchisee, or it is outright?
No, it is outright, because see, this 8 lakh rupees is taken in your investment. So basically, this is part of your investment. So suppose if you have sold, when you have sold for 3 lakh rupees of bicycle, then will you invest that 3 lakh only to me? You will be paying that 3 lakh only to me to again reorder. So basically, this 8 lakh rupees will be rolling on. But then you can see the entire investment is, even you will be recovering almost 1 year only.
Correct. And we have again Mr. Nitin asking, are these smart cycles which are equipped with the GPS chip, or these are the regular cycles?
No, the GPS chip cycles, these are not part of any cycle. No bicycle brand. Those are separate accessories. If you want to add someone, you have to buy it and they have to put it on. No bicycle in the world have a GPS put in it already. It comes as accessories. If somebody wants to add, that is separate.
And Subhiji, can you also, while you have put, there are 60 cities in the country where the company already has a dealership, and I will reiterate, they're also offering a kilometer exclusivity between 3 to 5 for each location, which includes their existing dealers also. Am I right, Mr. Ghosh?
That's right.
Okay. And so I do have some, locations. For example, I have Jaisaleen from Tamil Nadu, Vellore, is keen for looking for Vellore, is one location I'm seeing where we have interest coming from. And I'm also seeing Priyanka Rajkumar, and I think she is looking at multiple locations between Delhi, Bangalore. So are these locations something that we are considering in our first?
Yes, we can go for any location. When we finalize the location, that time we will see if there is a nearby dealer, if that dealer can be closed or not. If that dealer is a good dealer, we cannot close, then I will tell him or her to go for another location. That I cannot predict now.
Sure. And Switi, what happens, because you already have dealers in these 60 cities, how are they actually controlling the pricing or discounting which is done by these dealers? Is there a price protection or parity?
In previous time, there used to be some discounting. Post pandemic, the supply is so tight, demand is so high, nobody is discounting. In future also, we have a strict control over our dealers to stop their supply whenever complaint comes up about selling under the MRP. We are strictly ask our dealers, we always strictly ask them to follow the MRP. And if somebody wants to give something extra, I tell them, give them extra service, give them extra experience, not discount.
Okay. And are we also open for multi-unit franchisee, where one partner can take up multi-locations?
So that is called shop in shop. That is part of his shop becomes a franchise. Yes, that is also possible at the moment, but EBOs will be given first priority. Then they will come on second priority.
Okay. So
MBOs.
all right. Okay. And because Miss Priyanka, she says she wants to open in 4 locations, which is Chennai, Bangalore, Bombay, and these are all different locations. So Priyanka, we need to maybe get in touch with you because every outlet, every franchise outlet has to be monitored by the franchisee. And we can look at maybe multiple locations within the city. But if you're looking at 4 unique different locations, we need to understand your time availability also to run the business or somebody in the family. Great. And Subhiji, last question which I want to pick up is on maybe on the training which is given to the partner and also the technicians which are required. So is it done by the partner himself at the local level, or the company would help him?
No, the company can help, but it has to be sourced locally, because the mechanic has to be a local person whose house should be near to the shop. Otherwise, you will be in the problem.
Right. Great. And is there also any opportunity for becoming a distributor if somebody wants to become?
No, there's a no distributor concept. Direct manufacturer and retailer, no middleman.
Okay, so there's no distribution. It is, and that's how the margins are passed on to both franchisee as well as the end consumers. So quickly, friends, I'll see if there are any questions that we can cover up because we have overshot our time. And I will request Subirji if you could take up maybe these questions one-on-one with you sometime in the coming week, anytime which is available with you, which you want to suggest a date. Because I see a lot of questions where people would want to maybe interact with you to understand.
I am open for question 24/7 in my WhatsApp. Okay. I may not pick up call all the time, but 24/7 I reply questions on WhatsApp.
Helpful, Subirji. But any date in the coming week, यहाँ पे आपको लगता है एक या if we can block maybe 2 or 3 hours with you. And
yes, we can. I think maybe 15. Maybe 16th or 17th maybe. 7th.
I think 17th is exactly a week from today. हम 17th को block करते हैं. And friends, I'm announcing 17th of March, which is a Wednesday, which is exactly a week from today. And we'll request Mr. Ghosh to be available. And all your inquiries which you're asking, we will be able to take it up one-on-one. Our teams will also reach out to you and block your time. And before we close, Mr. Ghosh, maybe a last word from you or a message that you want to give to everybody who's listening.
So the last message will be, we all do business, but today no other business has a feel-good factor like a bicycle business, because you are contributing to the environment of the world, you are contributing to the fitness of the world, and you are a green product. Basically, you are not like suppose something alcohol, which is or cigarette. It ultimately harms you. So in your own, you can tell the God into yourself that you are doing something good for the society. What you are selling is good for the society.
Absolutely. Well said, Mr. Ghosh. And I'd like to thank you on behalf of Franchiseindia for making yourself available. And Mr. Philip, you have asked, how do you contact the company in case you're interested? We will reach out to you. And also, I like to maybe announce our hotline number, which I'll request Rashna if we can also place in the chat box. It's 9717683838. This is a number you can reach out, SMS, WhatsApp. And also our teams will call you and we'll fix your one-on-one meeting with Mr. Ghosh on Wednesday, which is coming week, and the date is 17th of March. Kindly block your time and you can have a detailed discussion. All your questions, queries, whatever you want to go through, we'll take you all that in detail that day. And also our teams will send you the entire link of this webinar that has happened along with the presentation. So you're better prepared for the next call. Thank you so much again, Mr. Ghosh. And thank you, friends. Over to you, Archana.
Thank you, everyone.
So thank you so much, Mr. Ghosh, for joining in today. We would like to thank all the dear participants who have joined us today. Thank you, Sonya ma'am, for sparing time and giving us that particular understanding about the industry as well as about the business. Please do reach out to us at our business hotline number, which is 97176-83838. Yes, rightly said by Sonya ma'am, 17th of March is the day where you can have a direct interaction with Mr. Ghosh. Please reach out to us to book your slot at the same business hotline number. You can also connect with us at different social handles, information on your screen. Your valuable suggestions, feedback will definitely help us in improving our process. Also connect Gaurav sir and Sonya ma'am at their respective LinkedIn IDs. The entire team of Franchiseindia is dedicated to serve you in the best of the manner. And tomorrow, under Business Opportunity Over Chai webinar series, we invite you to join us for Voila. Yes, that's the great brand, fashion jewelry brand, which we are bringing for each one of you, where you can start your business with investment of 8 lakh rupees. Tomorrow, they'll be talking about 2 different models where you can start either a kiosk or a store for them. So please do registration today at the same business hotline number so that you can join us tomorrow, sharp 12 p.m. Thank you so much once again for joining in today. Have a great day ahead. Stay safe, stay happy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, friends.
I'm leaving. Okay.